So, okay, we need a where is this whiteboard? Uh, 1 second. Whiteboard. Okay, let me take so. Okay, so first, before starting, okay, when you want to start, before starting the actual DBT tool, okay, before starting the DBT tool, okay, we need to see what are the softwares first you need to install, and what are the prerequisites you have to do. Okay, so first the thing is you need to create, okay, GitHub first. It's required. And then you need to install latest Python, okay, latest Python software. Okay, and then, okay, you need to configure Snowflake database, okay, or Redshift, okay, or Databricks, okay, etc. You need to configure this, okay, and then you need to install DBT. Okay, so directly you can install DBT, not an issue. Okay, but to configure, okay, you require again this, and as well as, okay, if you have a Visual Studio, okay, that also good actually. Okay. Why Visual Studio means to just view the your modules and whatever the DBT software what installing. The once it is installed, right, you will have a different folders. Okay, so we can say procedures, we can say modules. There are different soft folders it will create when you install the DBT. Okay, so that also we can see. So using this Visual Studio, we can push or anything we can do. Okay, already we know this GitHub. Okay, what is the use of GitHub? Okay, first of all, what is the GitHub, right? And what is the use of GitHub also we have seen. So if you have any doubts on the GitHub, okay, just wanted one confirmation. Okay, do you have any issues with the GitHub? I mean, logging into it, okay, and once whether you created any repository or not, or do you have any misunderstanding, or you have any doubts on this? Anyone? Hello? Do you have any doubts in GitHub?
No, no,
Hmm?
no.
Others?
No.
Okay. So GitHub is a just as I mentioned in the earlier classes also, right? So just GitHub is a just a third party layer which will store the uh, code, okay, into the repository. I mean, it is just a storage layer, okay, and it will create a version based storage layer, okay. Using that, you can create multiple files, multiple repositories, multiple folders, and you can view using that GitHub. You can execute in DBT, okay, using the Visual Studio as well. And that will, you will be configuring those credentials under DBT, Snowflake database, because see, before that, right? Okay, just I wanted to clarify. Okay, what mainly why we use GitHub means, okay, to store the our code. Here you can track each and every changes. Okay, tracking the code changes, that is very important, and storing the already we have discussed, and you can download those code as well. Okay, so going forward, when we discuss next classes, right? After configuring these things, I will let you know. Okay. But here you no need to go to the DBT, or you no need to go to the Visual Studio. You no need to go to the Snowflake. You no need to go to the Python. Okay. So your code will be under GitHub, and you are going to upload the queries. Okay. Download the queries. Entire repository, if you want to download, that also it is possible. Okay, download the repositories or download the particular queries. So what exactly repository? Repository is nothing but it is a storage layer. Okay. So for example, we have our mobile, right? In mobile, we will be storing movies, videos, everything we will be storing. Okay. But in case if you are deleting that, or if you are updating, you will have a, I mean, generally, okay, it either it will create with a new name or it will override. But here you can see version based changes, and you can track what happened each. And here one more thing what you can see before pushing into GitHub, okay, it will validate the syntax errors as well. If you have any syntax error in the query, previous and compared to new, and if there is any comma related issues or anything, that will throw, it will not push into the main branch. Okay. Under GitHub, you will have a main branch. Okay. In this main branch, everything will be stored. This is final layer. Okay. Consider this is the final layer. Okay. So before you want to, I mean, if you want to push into main branch, you have to create a dev branch. Okay. So that, okay, you whatever the changes, if you want to do, yes, you can do the changes here. Okay. Anything, develop the new code. Okay. And update the new code. Finally, once you are completed your testing, development, end-to-end validations, everything, then you can push to main branch. Okay. Or else, okay, what you do generally in real time, what we do actually, okay, first we develop the queries in dev branch. Okay, we develop the queries, all are in the dev branch. Once we develop this dev branch and we test in the dev branch, okay, whether my, okay, so what we do, we will be testing all the data under dev branch. Okay, once dev branch, I mean, once dev branch is nothing but development area. Okay, development development area. So here, once we do the development, okay, then what we do, we will be doing all development, and we do the unit testing. Okay, here, in the development area itself, we do the unit testing. So before that, okay, this we need to install all these things. Okay, GitHub, Python, Snowflake, DBT, Visual Studio. Oh, we need to install. Okay, that I will tell you one by one. And once everything is configured, Okay, then what we do, we will start our development. Okay, here, do we need to install all these things in once in we are entering to Office means no. Okay, so generally GitHub and all you need to configure, but DBT and in case, okay, generally what we do, there are two things. Okay, one is the on-premise DBT and another one is the DBT cloud. Okay, so DBT cloud, it is you don't require anything to do. Okay, just what you need. I mean, we will get the credentials. Before that, you have to raise the ticket. You have to raise the ticket. Okay, once again. Okay, so what you have to do? First of all, you need to raise a ticket. Okay, once you raise a ticket, then it goes to the approval process. Once it goes to the approval process, then once you get the access, right, then you will get some credentials to log in. Okay, so there are two things, either AWS or Azure. You will get some depending on the your organization. Okay, someone may use AWS, someone may use Azure. It depends. Okay, so accordingly you will get the access and you need to practice all these things. Okay, and here what you will have the uh, three areas mainly. Okay, four areas. Okay, one is dev and another one is SIT. Okay, and another one is UAT and then prod. Okay, so these three layers you need to pass. Once you pass these three layers, then only finally this code will be present. I mean, push into main branch. Okay, so this is actually dev branch where we create in the GitHub. Okay, and you can test here. Okay, SIT branch. You can create a SIT branch and test SIT under same SIT branch only. Okay, you can push the, I mean, you no need to push, but you can ask to your business users to test the data. Okay, so here same branch, you don't require to create another branch so that you will have multiple. So once UID done, then push into main branch. Okay, here you will have a main branch data. Okay, so like this. So you will have a layers by layers testing. Okay, this testing is very, very important so that you can able to push the final code here. Okay, so you are pushing into prod means what, you are finally, and the code will be stored here, and through this main branch. Okay, everything will be loaded under I mean, you can execute the jobs every day. Okay, and here you will not have any access. Developers, okay, maximum will not have access. Only support team will have access. Okay, keep that in mind. So that any changes if you want to do, you will have access here, dev and SIT maximum. Okay, but production you will not have any access. How do we know to do any changes means? Yes. So first of all, you need to develop under development environment and SIT and UAT. Once this is mode, then you have to raise a request to push that your code into main branch. So main branch, what it is, it will create a track. Okay, for example, you have loaded a stage customer .sql file. Okay, so under that you have some code and you push this, and then after 1 week or after 1 month, after 2 months, there are some changes required in the same query. Then what we'll do, it will create a version 1. Okay, and then if you are pushing same code into main branch again, what it is, right? Okay, customer.sql, it will push into as a version 2. So it will create a track so that you can see previous query what was the changes was there, and the next query what is the change was there. So like this, you can track entire details in the, here. And from the main branch, okay, you can store all, you can download all code also. So go for, you just go through you videos in YouTube. Okay. So you can see just it is a 1 hour class. Okay. You will not face, you will not have many uh, classes in the GitHub related GitHub. Okay. So just go through those details in the GitHub so that you can understand mainly what is the use of GitHub. I'm not going to take a class on the GitHub especially. Okay. I'll just give you the hint so that you need to go and practice and you need to log in. But while practicing, I will log in, I will show you whatever I have to show. I have to, it is very important for you that I will, cover. But entire GitHub, if you want to understand, you need to practice. I mean, you need to go into the YouTube and watch the videos. Okay, there are many videos related GitHub. Okay, just go there. And then Python. Okay, to install DBT, you need a Python software. Okay, so latest Python software you need to install. So if you see in our command prompt, we have installed already. Okay, if you see cmd. Already latest Python version we have installed. Okay, I will show you again. If needed, I will remove this one and I'll show you one by one. Or else you can install. I will make a one kind of a document and step by step I will give you so that you can proceed if you have not installed anything. Okay, so once it is installed, right, you need to configure this one. Okay, Snowflake, Redshift, or Databricks. So actually, we will have a some period of time. Okay, Snowflake, you will have a 30 days time. Redshift, you will have a some time. Databricks also you will have a some time. Okay, so now here I will show you. Okay. Mm. We know everyone, right? Snowflake itself, we will have a 30 days time. Now I'll show you Redshift. It's a common, okay? Redshift. Amazon Redshift, Cloud Pod, and this. This is also one of the database. Okay, so this is also it's a many companies are using the database, and you see create a free account. Hmm? Okay, for the free account you will have some time. Okay, you need to use that only. So sometimes it may ask, some your account details as well, but you need to read out. There will be a one note, okay? So that will note says that if you just pay 1 rupee and 10 rupees, again they will give you back. Okay, but next once the your expires, right, your time limit, then it will ask for whether you want to extend the AWS or not, and then generally, if you don't want, you just come out from that and it will not ask anything. Okay. And as well as similarly, we have a Databricks. Databricks community, you need to go. Okay, directly Databricks community. Okay, here you can log in. So what I heard here, right? You will have a, explore demos and whatever, right? So at least you will have some 1 year, they will give you 1 year actually. Okay, more than that also. So here you no need to pay anything, but you will give some features won't be available. That's okay. Okay, but everyone cannot use all features in one time, right? So just a practice here. So similarly, you need to choose which database is you have to practice. Generally, what we do, okay, we will be using the maximum Snowflake. Okay, if you guys are interested, okay, then you choose, instead of a Snowflake, you can choose a Redshift, or instead of a Redshift, you can choose a Databricks as well. So if you are practicing Databricks, you will get some knowledge on Python, okay, and as well as SQL. Both you will get, okay. But here only SQL and procedure from. So here also same Redshift, and the Redshift also SQL and prod prod sorry, procedure procs. But for especially Databricks, you will get the, okay, Python and the SQL, both knowledge you will get, because you can run the same query using the Python and as well as SQL. So when you run this DBT, right, you can execute Python code also. It is not like that, okay, only you need to run particularly this sequence. Okay, so like this Snowflake you need to configure, or Redshift, anything. And then DBT. Okay, so you can individually, first you can install DBT, not an issue, but before that again you need to configure GitHub, Python, Snowflake. So that is the reason, instead of doing that, I am giving you like this. Okay, so just this thing. Fourth, fourth step, and then fifth. But generally, if it is a cloud, okay, then if it is cloud, then simple, you need not to do anything. Okay, just log in the cloud. That's it. So that it will configure everything, and okay, you just need to create the main code. Okay, so that is important. So that is the reason initially I have shown you, okay, in cloud how we can do. Okay. So already I showed you, and one in another class also we will re-log in again with the different email ID, and we can practice again. Okay. So this is also we will do. So here, do you have any questions? You need to ask the questions if you have. Okay. Otherwise, you will not get any conclusion on this any topic. Okay. So, but before starting, right, you need to take all the understanding what is the use of get everything. So that, right. So first of all, you need to understand what is the future of this DBT and Python and Snowflake. Okay. So the current market is, we have DBT and Snowflake. The combination is good. Okay. So that is the reason even we are also moved to this one. But a Python also it will be there. We will cover Python as well. Whenever request, I will cover Python as also. Any questions? Say, if you don't have any questions, just say no. Otherwise, ask the questions. If you are keep silent, right? I cannot understand. Hmm.
No, no.
If you don't have any questions, then uh, I understood that you have full knowledge on this. Okay. Whenever I am asking the questions on these topics, right? If you are not giving me answer, then you will be punished. Okay, definitely. So if you guys says that you don't have any issue, I mean any doubts, you don't have any doubts, then fine. That is good actually. But whenever I'm asking the questions, right, you need to answer all of them who are all in this class, right? Everyone has to answer. If you guys say that no, no, I don't have, I didn't understand on that day, means I'm not responsible. Okay, you are responsible on these classes. Okay, because this is the right time to ask any questions. Whether it is a silly, whether it does not matter. Okay? But you have to ask. Okay. So this is the topic of what are all the things we require. Now I will show you. Okay. Already we have login, right? We created repositories and all. So I will show you that. Okay. Let me remove all these things. GitHub. Okay. When you click GitHub, you will get it. Okay. So it will ask to sign in. So already we have created our account here. See? Okay, you can see it here, right? So we created a DBT repo, Snowflake DB. So we created two repositories here. Okay, so if you want, we can create one more repository also, not an issue. Okay, so here, if I click on this, right? Okay, you see here, we can see the query. Okay, so when this was executed 2 days ago. Okay, similarly, if you come back, this is our account ID. Okay, and I will show you. Repositories, two repositories we have. Okay, so I'm going to DBT repo. So you can see, okay, we have installed the DBT cloud, right? So at that time, you can see analyze folder, macros, models, seeds, snapshot, test, all these files are there. So when this was created 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, okay, 3 weeks ago, maximum 3 weeks ago. And if you see the file, right? Okay, so station DBT 3 weeks ago. When you click on this, okay, you can see the query. Okay, so everything you can see it here. Okay, history, if you want to see the history, you see some changes, some changes. Okay, looks good. What are the comments you have given for the same query? That everything you can verify. You see, verified. This was verified last month as you are committed. So like this, we can see the all changes. Okay. So that is the reason we are saying that it is very important to know GitHub, because real time, in the real time environment, maximum 90% companies are using GitHub nowadays. So now you see, think before you start, 90% companies are using this GitHub related things. I mean, as a third party repository or anything, right? Then why can't we learn this? Because tomorrow, if you are entering in IT, then if they are using this GitHub, at least you should have a proper understanding what is the pull request, how to create a PR, and how to push and merge. Okay, so these are all you need to understand how to where is the main branch. Okay, and what are all the other branch, dev branch, SAT branch. I have told you, right? So where we can find those things, that also at least you need to understand where it is. Correct. So if you see here, we have a main branch. Whatever the code I am showing you now here, right? We have a main branch here. You see, actually total 3 branch we have. Okay. So one is the main branch, okay, and which are all dev. I created dev and main. So here dev branch, okay. So whatever the code has been, we have developed here, right? Those codes are there here, okay. So if you click on this, you will get that query here. Similarly, from the dev branch, we will be pushing to main branch. So this is the our main branch is the default branch. So like this, for each and every MTP, you can create a branch here. You can go here, here, and create a branch and push that code into first of your branch, a new branch, and then push to the main branch. So that for each and every MTP, what we do generally in real time, okay, we will create a one branch here. In the dev, we'll create a one branch. So, if for example, how in under branch what we do, we will be doing the MTP, right? So what we do, dev underscore, uh, and the MTP date will give to understand. Okay, so for example, 2024 09, okay, 10. For example, this is our MTP date, and what I have created here dev MTP date. So this branch we will create under that, right? We will push all the logic. I mean, we whatever created the queries and all, right? We will push under this branch, and then we do the develop. I mean, we do the testing, and once the testing is done, we will push to SIT. Okay, SIT system integration testing, and there also we will test. Once there also tested, then it will goes to the same code goes to the product. So here final branch. So when we do this MTP on that day, so September 10 we will do. I mean whatever the code present in the SIT, right? So for example, SIT underscore MTP underscore, okay, 2024 09 10. So this data, whatever the logic present here, right? Inside the logic, we will push into here. So here you will not, you don't require to create any branches here. So inside the code, whatever you have, so for example, stage underscore customer SQL, this will be pushed under product main branch. Main branch. So like this. So the data will be, the code will be stored here finally. Okay. So this is very, very important actually. Yeah. So that is very important. So clear. So I want everyone to be clear on this GitHub. It is very, very important. Why I'm repeating again, because going forward, it is you will feel that after entering into office also, once you join the office, when you start the work, right, you don't feel that I have practiced something and I'm working here something. You don't feel like that. So that is the reason I'm repeating again and again. So once it is done, I will not touch again and again. Okay, it is your responsibility. I will ask the questions. Okay, definitely I will ask the questions. Okay, and we have less than 1 minute. Okay, what we need to do today again. Okay, after 10 minutes, we will get a time. After 10 minutes exactly, you join back the call. Okay, we have a
Hello,
limitation. Yes.
hello, Anna, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, and I have one doubt here.
Yeah, what we
But
will
what
do
is,
here, we have only 1 minute, okay? Manohar.
yeah, okay.
So
Yeah,
next
okay,
we
definitely.
will join again after 10 minutes because it will take 10 minutes time to have another call. Okay. So
Yeah,
what
okay,
we
okay.
do, once we join back again, then we will